Presiding Officer, to ask the Scottish Government what progress it's making in the rollout of the Covid vaccine across the country.
Cabinet Secretary.
So, as the member, I hope, is aware, in the period between the 8th of December and the 20th of December, the statistics published today show that 56,676 individuals have received their first dose of the virus. That, I think, is a significant achievement on the part of all those involved in 13 days. Initial difficulties around the Pfizer vaccine have been resolved, which I'm sure he's aware of, in terms of storage, transportation and reducing pack sizes, so that we can, as we did on the 14th of December, introduce the vaccination programme to care homes. We will complete that and begin the second dose of all of those. Our first priority group, in line with JCVI, is of course health and social care workers and elderly and vulnerable residents in our care homes. Should we have our hopes realised, which is that we are hopeful of the Oxford-AstraZeneca vaccine being authorised shortly, we stand ready to deliver that with a start delivery date of the 11th of January, depending on authorisation and supplies, of course, and that will allow us then to begin the vaccination programme of 80-year-old and over in the community, including using our primary care and other community settings to provide that vaccination programme.
Alec Rowley.
I very much share those hopes, and it's perhaps a prayer that we can all be saying over Christmas that this vaccine can be rolled out. Specifically, on the BBC radio this morning, I heard Alison Leach, whose mother's in a care home in Fife, say that she was advised that even when her mother got the vaccine, they would still not be able to be in a position to get visitors coming to the hospital, to the care home. And I visited Kinross Day Centre last week, where they are on the front line supporting over 100 pensioners in Kinross. There seems to be a failure of information. So whilst I welcome the statement that was made earlier, I would say to the Cabinet Secretary, do you think that we can step up the sharing of information so that care homes know what's happening and centres like the wonderful Kinross Day Centre know what's happening?
Mr Rowley.
Thank you.
Come on.
So it's a very important point.
Secretary.
If I can remind the member that today this will be the third issue of information direct to members. From previously my colleague Mr Fitzpatrick, from now on it will be directly from myself, that gives you up-to-date information, including from today the individual board plans of those local vaccination centres. And I know that Mr Rowley will want to share that with his constituents, including those care homes. Notwithstanding that, Scottish Care is part of our vaccination programme planning, and I will raise again with them and with other colleagues the communication to their members so that they are all aware of what is happening. And final point, I'd remind everyone that there is a national helpline that is there for anyone, including care home providers, families, anyone, to give it a call and ask for information about what is happening in their specific area, which they will get up to the degree that we can provide it definitively, and of course always with the caveat around supply of the vaccines.
Brief supplementary, Emma Harper.
Thanks, Presiding Officer. Can I ask the Cabinet Secretary what plans does the Scottish Government have in place to promote high uptake of the vaccine amongst hard-to-reach groups and the wider population more generally? And I must remind Chamber that I am now part of D&G's vaccination team.
Cabinet Secretary.
Ms Harper is indeed, and I'm very grateful to her for volunteering to do that. In terms of reaching groups not traditionally with long engagement with the health service, I'm grateful to my colleagues, Ms Campbell here sitting beside me, and Ms Somerville for their support in helping us reach those groups through faith groups, cultural groups, and also those that we are reaching through our Social Security Agency. In addition, we are looking to work locally with third sector organisations who have a great deal of knowledge, of course, in their local area, and where it makes sense and we believe it will increase our chances of people coming forward to be vaccinated, then that's exactly where those mobile vaccination units come into their own. They're not just for remote and rural areas, they're also for our urban settings, so that we actually can take the vaccination to people, and of course the AstraZeneca vaccine will assist us in doing that greatly. The final point, which I should have made in response to Mr Rowley, is that 2 doses is really important. The first dose does not give you all the protection against this virus that you need. The second dose boosts that first dose. So those 2 doses are really critical, and we need to make sure we encourage people to go back for their second dose.